Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't already know, my name is Alamide. And in this video, we are going to be talking through steps that I think are essential in converting your summer internship into a full-time grad role. So my experience with this was converting my JP Morgan summer internship into a full-time graduate role. Let's get into the video. So the first thing I think you need to set out when you are starting your internship is figuring out the expectations. So the expectations that are expected of you, the general expectations that you can get from HR, but also when you get to your team, expectations. Talk to your manager and your manager's manager, whoever is there, about the expectations that they expect from you. What do they expect you to have completed by the end of the internship? What do they expect you to have done? Who do they expect you to have met? And what you can also do, which is what I did, was set kind of like expectations or like goals for myself on what I wanted to have had done before my internship finished. And this is so important for evaluating your progress throughout the internships. And most investment banking internships have the mid internship review, and like that is literally based off your expectations and the goals kind of that you set for yourself at the start of the internship and where you are with that. And the second thing that I would say is to keep your manager up to date. Now, I'll just put a disclaimer out there that everyone's internship experience is going to be different. Even someone who did the same internship as me at the same firm, same division, will have a different experiences, because at the end of the day, you're working with people and people are always going to be different. Managers are going to be different. But one thing I would say that I did that I think really helped me was to keep my manager up to date with what I was doing. And I think this is even more important because on some internships, your internship manager isn't the manager that you are directly reporting to, so you aren't doing the work for them. And so because of that, keeping them up to date is so important. So what I would do is that every single Friday, I would send my manager an email, and it will basically be, in the email it will have what I did this week, if I got any feedback from anyone and what that feedback was, and like how I intend on implementing it. I would send her what I think I'll be doing next week, or like what I have planned for next week, so she can know whether to give me more work or give me less work, or like just stuff like that. And I will also send her like who I've met, and that was important because for one of my goals and for one of the goals, like the score markers that JP Morgan assessed you on your internship, is kind of like finding out about the business and how well you do that and how interested you are in finding out about the business. So I'll send her what I did that week, what I completed, what I was going to be doing next week, when I thought I would be finishing, and who I'd met. And that was every Friday without fail. I sent that. And even on a couple Fridays where I had forgot to send it, or I was like so busy, I would come in on the weekend and I would send that email. Like, it's just something that, obviously I didn't come in just to send it, I probably had work as well, but it was just something that I just made sure that I did. And so she always knew where I was and how I was feeling about things. And when we went into our meetings on Mondays that we also had, so you can do that instead, like in meetings, if your manager doesn't like emails, she already knew. She didn't have to go through, okay, so what have you been doing? We just like get straight to the point, or we talk about something else. So yeah, keeping your manager up to date is so important. The third thing that I would say is to get feedback. For me, I think it's hard because you really want to impress. Obviously, you're trying to convert. So to kind of like getting feedback is kind of like, oh, but that's the things that I'm not doing right. And I don't really want to be in a position where like people are telling me what I'm not doing wrong. Like, I completely get that. But the way that you show that you're teachable and the way that you show that you can be a good analyst is by the fact that you can take feedback and you can act on it and implement it. So get feedback, even if because sometimes people don't always give feedback. And that's like, yeah, like if they told you to like fill in the sheet and you filled in the sheet, like it's like, okay, well then what else are they gonna say? But still just look for feedback anyways. And even if it's just something little that, oh, next time you can use this and you can do it quicker, then just make note of that okay, he said that next time I should just like autofill the sheets, and I did that this time. Like just little things like that, if you don't have anything big, is super important. And I know that a lot of people on my internship wave didn't get their offer because they didn't feel like their managers didn't feel like they were improving. And that's that might be because maybe they weren't showing their managers that they were taking on feedback and improving their work. So like getting feedback is so super important. And also like you can feedback on yourself as well. Like that was one thing I would do to my manager. Like when I talk to her about my feedback, I would have more negatives to say about what I was doing than the people who I was working with. But it just kind of shows that I was evaluating my performance and like I cared about the work that I was. This advice I hold very, very dear to my heart. And that is to breathe and take a walk, because 10-week internships or 6-week internships can be very, very, very intense, especially when it's investment banking. It can be very, very intense. And sometimes just sitting there, it's just like, oh my God. But the good thing is it's not a retail job where they need to make sure that you're on the shop floor every single minute. You can literally just get up, and I hope you can literally just get up and just go for a walk, go and chat to the other interns, go and chat to an analyst, just leave the office. I like very multiple times I actually left the office and just went for a walk around Canary Wharf. Nice place. It was in the summer as well. And just to like gather yourself. Sometimes you just need a break and you just need to walk around, because just sitting at a desk for like 8 hours back to back just isn't good for anyone. So just breathe and take a walk, especially if you are at a point where you feel like, let's say you just got some really, really difficult feedback and like you feel like you're almost in tears. One good advice that I got is to never show them an emotion that isn't positive, basically. So like if you did get feedback and let's say you didn't agree with it or you're really upset by it, just go out for a walk and take out all that frustration and come back to your desk smiling and happy and getting on with it. Because if you harbor like any sort of bad feelings and you take that with you to your desk, people can see you and you're always being watched during your internship, and they might take it as, oh, she's not really interested, or she looks bored, she looks tired. So just go and take a walk and refresh yourself, and that will just help you stay in the right frame of mind. Okay, so this one is super, super, super important for conversion, and that is to note the decision makers. Okay, know who it is that is going to be sitting in that, you know, on that table on the last week, and who's going to be saying, okay, we want this person to get the internship and we don't want this person. Because one, they need to know who you are, because no one's going to be able to fight for you if they don't know you. If they haven't heard about you, you haven't gone for coffee with them, anything, how are they going to be able to say like, no, I've met this person, I really, really think you should get it. So once you do that, then don't just like pick everyone to go out with like in the last week. Okay, I'm just going to meet everyone. Like, no, just schedule it like throughout your internship to just meet the people. It doesn't have to be going out for coffee, because sometimes like it's really, really senior people and they're really, really busy. So sometimes it might just be coming in early and just knocking on their door and just introducing yourself, saying, hi, I'm Olamide, I'm from TMT. I just wanted to say hi and introduce myself. It can literally just be as simple as that, but know who they are and make sure that they know who you are. And the last thing I'm going to say is do the basics first, okay? Because I know, even me, myself, like everyone's like, oh, what can I do to stand out? What can I do to, really, really impress my team so that they can really, really keep me? But the truth is, the majority of people who actually like stay on and get retained isn't the person that did like this amazing big thing. They're the people who they can just do the job. Like that is the most fundamental thing for you being able to convert, is just being able to do what they have asked you to do. After you master that, then you can focus on adding value. But honestly, like going into an internship where you haven't done an internship like that before and you're learning, I don't think you should be focusing on trying to like be the best intern they've ever had, because there's already a lot. Like, trust me, like doing the work is already so much pressure that just getting that right means so much more, because a lot of interns won't get it right. A lot of interns won't be teachable, or just won't do the basics, and that's why they won't get it. So converting isn't about like being this outstanding, amazing person. It's literally just about being able to do the job and being able to be someone that people want to be around. So focus on that first. Stop trying to focus on how you're gonna like, I don't know, switch up their Excel process and move them from Excel to this other thing. Like, no, just focus on doing the work and focus on making a good impression on your team by doing what they've asked you to do. And actually the things that you can do to stand out, or maybe like little things like just bringing your team breakfast. I'm trying to think of what I did. And I don't even think, they weren't necessarily standout things, but I saw that other people in the team would bring breakfast like every once in a week. So then I'm like, okay, I'll bring something, It didn't have to be something super, super, super crazy. But yeah, once you can do the basics, like there's no reason for like if you can do the job, then you would have to be doing something else really bad for them to not take you. So yeah, that is all I have to say. I feel like that was the crux of converting. I don't think it's any more complicated than that. Maybe I will have another video where you guys can ask some questions on conversion. Actually, you know what, if you have any questions about converting your internship, then leave them in the description box, leave them in the comments down below, and I will definitely reply, and we can all have like a big conversation. If you found this video helpful, then please like it and share it with anyone who may be starting their internship this summer. I also have so many other good videos coming out for you guys. I am going to have a video on my actual JP Morgan experience if that hasn't already come out. That might have already come out. But yeah, comment down below, like, and please share. And also subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. The more you guys subscribe, then it lets me know that you guys are actually finding this content useful, and then I can make more. So yeah, thank you guys for watching.